should I buy this RV? This one, should I buy this RV because I love it? We're gonna be talking about that and a lot of other cool things in just a second. But thanks for being here with me. I'm Dr. Dave, the RV dummy. And yes, I am such a dummy. We've got so many crazy things going on, which I'm gonna share with you. But first of all, I wanna thank those of you that attended my live stream on Sunday evening. We did a great live stream. We had a bunch of you guys there, and I really appreciate it. We always have fun. The live streams are, well, they're live, so we can all interact with each other. You ask me questions. Sometimes you all have conversations amongst yourselves, which is totally fine. We are developing a really cool, not cool, but really cool RV dummy community where I have been helping RVers for 1/50th of a century. That's exactly right. Real quickly, you probably know about our RV Dummy Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and do a search for RV Dummy. It'll come right up, as well as becoming a VIP. Now, my VIPers were on the call the live stream Sunday evening. And they get first notifications about anything that goes on with the RV Dummy. The VIPers will get instant notifications so you'll always be in the loop as to what's going on. I'm going to put a little thing down here, but also I've got it right here. Just send a text to me to 801-893-3810. Okay, and one last thing before we get going is I like to ask early on, just in case you want to leave the class early today, make sure you give me a like today. Thumbs up, like on today's video. It really does help the channel a lot, and also our cat Boo Boo will be able to eat another meal if you just give a little like down there. So he really appreciates that. Let's get right into some really good questions for you today. First one is from Dan Siegel. Dan says, "Hey Dave, I love your channel. I am looking for my first RV. I see there is a local pleasureway, Plateau." By the way, I love pleasureways and I have a pleasureway. It's a 2011 with 50,000 miles on it. What should I look out for? He's asking 62.5. The unit is pretty dirty. Surprised someone wanting to sell would not have it super clean. We went for a drive. Seems okay. I'm pretty sure everything works. You're pretty sure everything works? No, you got to be really sure. You got to be really sure everything works. Don't buy something where you're pretty sure. That's just my little addition there. Lots of wear on the driver's seat leather panel close to the door. Faded decals. Claims he never used the awning. What year is yours and how much did you pay? Well, I'll talk to you about that in a second. I think you said you got a killer deal. I think I got a decent deal. I get a brand new Winnie Mini Class C for the same price. What should I do? But I love the convenience of the Class B. Thanks, Dr. Dan. Well, Dr. Dan from Dr. Dave to Dr. Dan. So a few things. There are a few little red flags there. First of all, I didn't really do intense research, but it seems like the 62.5 price tag for a used Pleasureway Plateau 2011 is definitely in the fair price category. I'm not seeing that as a red flag or a ripoff or anything. It's not super low either. It's probably right in the ballpark. So I think the price is at least fair. A few red flags, though. You said you looked at it and took it for a test drive, and it's pretty dirty. Now, that tells me a lot, because anybody that would want to be selling an RV that doesn't even have an hour to clean the thing up and make it at least look pretty clean, it's a problem, because then I start wondering, this is 2011. He might have gotten it in 2010. So it's bordering on 8-9 years old or so. What has he done with this over the past 8 or 9 years? It's dirty. Has he taken good care of it? Has he been up with maintenance? When I bought mine, and you asked the question, so we bought a 2006 chassis, 2007 build of a Pleasureway XLTS. It only had, when we bought it, it only had 10,000 miles on it. Now that's good or bad. Some people say that low mileage is not good because the thing needs to be driven. Well, we lucked out because the owners just they were immaculate with it. It was like in pristine showroom condition, and to this day still, we've had it for about 1.5 years. It's just been fantastic. Now I will tell you, I checked everything out. Everything worked. I didn't say to myself, well, I think everything worked. No, everything worked. I test drove it. I checked through everything with a fine-tooth comb, it was all in like pristine, fantastic conditions. So Dan, you've got to do some homework on this one. I'm not sure if you're still interested in it, but like, things like faded decals, bad worn leather that just was not paid any attention to, dirty. I don't know. I'm not feeling the love, but again, I'm not saying no. You got to check it out. Check everything out. If you're not really sure about RVs, bring an RV tech with you and have him look through everything. But you can't spend $60,000 on something and think or hope that everything works. No, you can't do that. Good luck with it, Dan. If I could be of any more help with it, let me know, please. I'm here for you. And if I can answer any more questions, as I said, I'm pretty good with pleasure ways. I am the RV dummy, but I'm pretty good with pleasure ways. I love them, love them. This is from Danielle Pollard. Danielle says, I would really like to hear back from you on this. I'm selling my house to move to a warmer place for my daughter's health. My plan is to buy a motorhome and live in a KOA for 6 months while I work and put money away for a down payment on a home. My credit sucks, but once the house is paid off and the roof, it should improve, although maybe not fast enough, but this is my only plan. Now, I read that word for word. Danielle, I'm not exactly sure of your question, though. You want to hear back from me, but you want approval? Do I think it's a good idea? I don't have enough information from you. I mean, basically you say your credit is horrible. You're moving to a KOA for 6 months while you pile up some money and work. How much can you pile up? Can you pile up enough for a good down payment on a house? Can you afford the payments on the house after you do that? I'm not sure, but I do wish you luck. And if you want to get back to me with more information on that, let me know. The only thing I will tell you is make sure KOA has a good 6 month deal for you, a good deal, because you could probably find a place. We talked about this on a recent RV Dummy show. They've got these RV parks that pretty much cater to long-term stays. I'm not sure if KOAs really cater to long-term stays. Some of them probably do, some of them probably don't. So just make sure you're getting a good deal at the KOA as well. And good luck to you. Hi, Dave. Hope everything is going well. I don't think you should change anything with regards to your style or explanation. It's not too wordy at all. In fact, you're explaining things in good detail. I appreciate people who do this, very articulate and leaves little to confusion. I had to laugh when you said, should I just read 10 bullet points and get off the air? No, do you see how fast I answered your question? No. The whole reason you're doing this is to inform people and entertain. If they think it's that easy, let them try it. I've told people I'll get back to that in a second, Mark. Gee, sometimes I wonder what in the world people are thinking. Mark Weiner from California. Thanks so much, Mark. I totally agree. I'm also a speaker, and when I've done speaking gigs in the past, sometimes I get comments from the audience. They had fill out like a little form. They said, well, he could have said everything he had to say. Instead of taking 3 hours, he could have taken 15 minutes. And that's probably true. Yeah, I could have had a piece of paper in front of me and read off 10 bullet points. Here's what you do. But again, when you subscribe, when you view the RV Dummy channel here, you get me. You get me. You don't want some robot just reading off a list of bullet points. That's not what you're getting. And if you don't like it, go to another channel. Go to another channel if you don't like what I do. But I try to be helpful. I try to entertain. I try to create a sense of community here. We're all together. We're friends. That's why I do the live streams on Sunday evenings, or if I have to change the date, the VIPs get immediate notification. But that's why we're here together. We're like human beings. No, we don't just read off 5 tips and get off. No, we don't do that. So thanks, Mark. Thanks for your confirmation on that. Greatly appreciated. And you are a good friend of the RV Dummy for sure. Sierra Suze says, well, you're a little talkative for a man, but that's coming from a good place. Don't get offended at the boneheads. I'm talkative for a man. Well, okay. So women are usually more talkative, and that's okay. Suze, thanks so much for that. I really appreciate it. Dana Mount says, you better read my message. But that's all she said. And I felt compelled to have to read her message. When somebody says, you better read then I read it. Okay, Dana, we're good then. Sarah Clark says, if you aren't mechanical, is it really wise to buy a used RV? I don't think so. That's what she said. I don't think so. Well, yes, it's wise. Absolutely. Now, case in point, I'm not mechanical at all, or very little. I bought 2 used RVs. My first one was going great until, of course, the battery shop had an explosion in it, but that wasn't my fault. The second one, which I'm driving right now, the Pleasureway, again, it's used. I'm not a mechanic, but Yoko and I are having a fantastic time in it. And you know something? I've got good RV techs and mechanics that help me out with things. And if I break down on the road, I mean, I'll deal with it. But her reasoning is like, so if you buy a used car, do you need to be a mechanic? No, I'm not a mechanic, and I drive cars with 150,000 miles on them. No, that's faulty reasoning. You don't. Oh, come on, please, don't make me crazy today, please. Brian York says, I'm a full-time, been stationary on price of property while I renovate a 32-year-old RV. Good for you, Brian. That sounds like a cool project. Read the reviews before you go somewhere. Pull up the place's website. Google Earth is a great tool. My rig is old, not rusted, but may or may not meet your tastes. Oh well, I'm 100% debt-free, but RV on a tight budget and not looking for anyone's approval. Brian, you've got my approval. It sounds like you're doing it right. Thanks, sir. I appreciate your question and comment there. Thanks so much. By the way, the Brian's and the next few I read are in response to my video called RVers Stay Away From Here. I talked about making sure when you go to a campground that it's not one of these campgrounds that has these long-term RVers that are in these, that they're permanent residents. And it's a lot different experience. I'm not saying these are bad people. God, please, people. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying that if we're going for an RV camping experience, traveling, we really don't want to be in an RV park where these are just permanent residents and it's like a community. It's like a residential community. It's very different. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're bad people. Come on. Alan Mann says, now I will tell you this. He uses a 4-letter word here, which I am going to read. So if you have kids in the, wherever you're, if you have people that don't want to hear a 4-letter word, just mute this until I finish this one question. I'll raise my hand when I'm finished so you can unmute it. But Alan Mann says, I am one of those trashy RV people. You know why? Medical bills. Fuck you, Dr. Snob. I hope you never have to be homeless. I take it back. I hope you lose your home so you know what it's like. Okay, 4-letter words are over. Bring the kids back in the room. His name, oh no, it's not Alan. His name is Alien Man. Of course, people like to hide behind a keyboard and don't give their real name. When they cuss somebody out and trash somebody and flame somebody online, they're usually 99.9% of the time they're hiding behind a keyboard and we don't know who they are. So Alien Man, you're very, very tough. I mean, to be able to hide behind a keyboard like that and tell me to go F myself, because all I did was tell my viewers, hey, look, if you're traveling, if you're camping, stay away from the RV parks that house residents, that it's like a residential community. And they're usually, and I've had trouble with some of these. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're bad people. And I feel bad for you that you lost all your money with medical bills. That's horrible. I feel really bad about that. It can happen to anybody. And it doesn't mean you're bad, but it doesn't mean we want to be camping in your community. That's all I'm saying, Alien Man. Thank you. Evan T says, now this is the same video where I'm talking about the the people that are long-term residents at some of these campgrounds. Evan T said, stop watching at 6 minutes and 47 seconds. White privilege. So this is what I got to deal with, people. This is the stuff you got to deal with when you have a YouTube channel. White privilege. First of all, when did I ever mention color? When did I ever mention anything other than, hey, look, there's some RV parks you might want to stay away from. Okay, remember, if you decide to build an RV channel, just keep in mind that you're going to be dealing with some whack jobs. Just keep that in mind. Some angry, angry, angry people. So Lula Earl says, what do you think the solution to homelessness is? Well, my video channel is not on homelessness. It's on RVing and having fun and camping and sense of community here. I don't have the answer to homelessness, and it's a difficult answer, but it's beyond the scope of my RV channel. Why are you asking me that? You try to be contrary, huh? I know, I get it. Okay, well, we're not answering that because we don't know the answer. And probably a lot of people don't know the answer to that. Tracy Denny says, we are retired on a pension and live in our RV at a resort. We have a very nice rig on our Ram 3500, our golf cart. We take very good care of our yard and space until the weekenders and summer people come in and trample and destroy and leave their trash everywhere and make enough noise to wake the dead. They do not abide by any of the rules and basically act like trash because they don't care about anyone but themselves and having fun. We wish they would sell their RVs and stay at home. It goes both ways. Tracy, guess what? I totally agree with you. Not all campers, not the campers that are on the road, and they're not all good people either. So I'm really sensitive about when Yoko and I go into a restaurant or I'm somewhere in a public place, an event. I really like to be around considerate people. I don't like to be around loud people. I don't like to be around trashy, inconsiderate people that ruin my quiet enjoyment and my good time. So you are totally right, Tracy. I mean, I would be very upset if I were you and in an RV park and doing your thing, and even though you're long term, and the weekenders or the seasonal people come in and trash it up. That would be horrible. So you got my agreement on that there. Hey, Dr. Dave, how are you doing? And how are you and your family doing? I got good news. My son gave me $10,000 and he's behind me with my desire to travel. Well, I've been looking at minivans and cargo vans. I drove a Honda Odyssey and love the feeling. And I will go test drive a Ford Transit Connect, which would allow more space for stuff. I set a $5,000 to $7,000 budget that would allow me to find a good van. I know Hondas are great cars and sometimes last over 300,000 miles. This will be a cheaper way to start my traveling plans. I am excited and can't wait to pick out my travel bug. I will call her Lillian. Wish me blessings with my find. I am so excited. Nettie Holmes. Nettie, first of all, thanks again so much for being a friend of the RV Dummy and our channel and our community. You're great, and we are behind you. Not just me, but all of us here will wish you good luck in your search. You're going to be doing fantastic, and you're making a very smart move. Buying what you can afford, getting into it gently, stepping up when you're ready. This is a beautiful way to do it. And like I said, we are all behind you, Nettie. Please keep us in the loop and let us know how you're doing with all that. Full Tiny House says, haha, you're not selling anything, but you should be. What should I be selling? I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll have something really good. I'm not sure, but I take that as a real compliment, Full Tiny House, and thanks for your friendship as well. You're really cool. Thanks for all your comments on my channel. Sissy Robinson says, you're a good man. I was watching others. I was ready to RV until I found you, and you gave me the truth. I'm still not RVing, and it's my dream, but I'm not going to be stupid because I'm learning a lot beforehand. Thank you. Stay true, my friend. Sissy, that's a really good point. There are a lot of RV channels out there, and their main goal is to get more and more and more viewers. And pretty much the way they do that is to tell you what you want to hear. So they're not going to tell you things like, don't buy an RV unless you really have the money to put down on it, or not to put down, but to pay in cash. They're not going to tell you things like that because they're going to lose subscribers. I tell you the truth. I tell you I give you practical examples and reasons why you should or should not be RVing. And you know something? If somebody doesn't like my advice and they want to leave my channel, unsubscribe, it's their prerogative. But I'm not here just to get more and more and more subscribers and tell people only what they want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth, and this is real life. And I don't want to see any of my subscribers or viewers or friends here get burnt or get into trouble with something. And that's why I'm here helping you every step of the way. So thanks so much for that, Sissy. Really appreciate that. Richie Richardson. Richie Richardson says, hello, Dr. Dave. I like your channel because you have a mellow personality. Your videos are informative and you explain things so viewers can easily understand. And I'm so mellow. I'm really, really mellow. And Richie, I really Thank you for that. Let's get mellow all together, okay? I hope you all liked my show today. Call me Mellow Dave from now on, not Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave pisses a lot of people off. Call me Mellow Dave, the RV dummy. Remember, if you're not yet a VIP, please become a VIP. I want you as a VIP. Everybody's treated well here, but the VIPs, a little bit of a higher level because they get notifications whenever something really important comes out, and I don't abuse your phone number at all. And not only that, there's something I've got in mind that my VIPs will have access to, special access to in the near future. So keep those texts coming in from the VIPs. By the way, VIPs, sometimes you will text me questions on that line. I don't really monitor that line, just to let you know. It's only for me to get information to you, and so I don't really text back and forth on that one. Make comments here. Send me an email to rundrdave@gmail.com if you like. It's RUNDRDAVE @gmail.com. Until next time, I will tell you, I really, really appreciate you. I do. See you later.